How does it compare with the while loop? So let's go back and look at that while loop. So here's the for loop. So it says for I is integer. I goes from 1 to 10, step 1. And here it's just saying total equals total plus whatever it was. So total starts at, what is this going to do? So total starts out as 0. Now we go to the loop. We make I equal to 1. 0 plus 1. The total is now 1. And we get to the next statement, so we have to go back up here and increment I again. I is now 2, because it gets incremented. And total was 1, so 1 plus 2, total is now 3. And we go up here, so we have to go back up again. And then I is equal to 2. No, I is equal to 3. Total was equal to 3, I think. So now total is 3 plus 3 is 6. Then we're here at next. We go back up and we keep doing this. This is another example of a for next loop. How does that compare to the while loop that I showed you earlier? So the while loop did kind of the same thing, but in the while loop I had to increment x myself. So while loops don't increment anything. They just go through the loop. They don't automatically increment anything. So you have to, if you want something to be incremented, you have to say increment x to x plus 1, and you have to say that in the loop. So each time it goes through the loop, it will increment. But the for loop does it for us. Okay, we don't have to say I equals I plus 1. There's no I equals I plus 1 like there was in x equals x plus 1 in this one. Here, there's no I equals I plus 1. The for loop, part of what the for loop does is it increments I. Okay, or whatever variable you put here. Okay, so that's the important difference between the for loop and the while loop. And here, you can specify exactly how many times you want to go through the loop. So here I'm saying I want to go through it 10 times. Because I'm going from 1 to 10, that will mean 10 times. Here, I don't specify how many times I want to go through the loop. Or I could say I don't have to specify how many times I want to go through the loop, because sometimes we don't know how many times we need to go through the loop. We just want to keep going until some test condition is met. So that's the difference. So for the while loop, you could say you don't have to specify how many times. You do it based on a condition, where in the for loop, you do specify how many times you're going through the loop.